This is the Eastern Idaho Weather Hazard Briefing for Thursday, July 25th. So key points to go over today. We are expecting isolated scattered thunderstorms across the region. Most of the thunderstorms are going to be in the Snake River Plain and southeastern Idaho. Brief heavy rain, gusty outflow winds, and lightning are possible, and a red flag warning is in effect for much of southern and east Idaho. Meanwhile, we have windy and drier weather working into the central mountains. All this is because of a cold front that's moving through the region today. Red flag warnings are in effect for much of Lemhi and Custer County today for the combination of wind and low humidity. And we have more red flags that are going to be possible Friday and Saturday. That front is going to stall across the region, and as a result of that, we're going to have windy conditions, especially across the Snake Plain and Central Mountains next couple of days, along with at times dry humidity as well. And meanwhile, isolated scattered thunderstorms will continue across southeast Idaho as well while that front works through. And it doesn't really look like that front will finally clear the region until Sunday. So this is looking at our satellite this morning, and you can see clouds from the yesterday afternoon and evening thunderstorms are still working through the region. We do expect those clouds to clear out around late this morning, early afternoon, and then we'll heat back up again with thunderstorms refiring mainly across the Snake River Plain today. So looking at our weather risk outlook, once again, looking for most of our hazards across South and East Idaho, across most of the region for thunderstorms. Once again, some red flag concerns up in the Custer and Lemhi County regions today. And those threats will continue across much of the region Friday into Saturday as well. And then finally, Sunday, Monday, we do start clearing out a little bit, although it does look like we could still have some potential red flag issues in Lemhi County Sunday, and maybe a little bit wider concern on Monday as well, where you see here breezy and low humidity mentioned. So looking at our current watches and warnings, this is the area where we have red flag warnings in effect. That's for scattered thunderstorms in southeast Idaho and for low humidity and winds across central Idaho once again. Looking at our high temperature forecast for today, cooler weather across the region because of the added cloud cover and the thunderstorms that's going to be around. However, it will be rather muggy out there, so it will be not feel a whole lot better than what it did the last couple of days, but it will be a little bit cooler across the region. This is looking at our thunderstorm outlook for today. Some of these chances are really better down across the Snake Plain and southeast Idaho today. The little bit of warning chances up across the central mountains. Excessive rain is possible, so some brief heavy downpours are possible today. We're not expecting a big flood concern, but if you get a big heavy thunderstorm in the right location, it could put down some water in a hurry. Looking at our peak wind gusts today, generally looking at 30 to 35 miles per hour in some parts across the Snake Plain and the Central Mountains today. Looking at our humidity forecast, generally the driest air is in the Central Mountains, working into the Arco Desert. Looking at our forecast for Friday, we do finally start seeing the cooler air starting to work into the region with 8 widespread 80s across the region for highs. The thunderstorm outlook starts to move a little bit further east, and our rain outlook moves east as well. So we do have a heavy rain start still across some ports of southeast Idaho tomorrow. And then our wind gusts, peak wind gusts tomorrow, once again, generally in the 25 to 35 mile per hour winds across the region. And you notice the humidities are a little bit drier across a larger portion of the area as well. As we're moving to Saturday, temperatures are expected to be a little bit cooler. And we are looking at that thunderstorm. Another little wave is going to move along the front, so the thunderstorm outlook actually moves back to the west just a little bit on Saturday. And, it is moist. And so, heavy rain is once again possible across much of eastern Idaho. Looking at our peak wind gusts, the winds are actually expected to be a touch lighter on Saturday. And the humidity levels, well, still just roughly in the teens across much of Snake Plain and Central Mountains again. And I didn't mention it, but do look for some smoke from the western wildfires in Oregon. Could possibly be moving into the area starting tomorrow on Friday, so be looking out for that. So to summarize, scattered thunderstorms with brief heavy rain, gusty outflows, and lightning is possible across much of south and eastern Idaho. Red flag warning is in effect. Red flag warning is in effect for Lemhi and Custer for dry air and windy conditions this afternoon. Much more red flags are possible as we head into the weekend. That concludes this morning's briefing. If you have any questions, comments, please let us know. Thank you. Bye-bye.